Hello, this is the Breast Love One, Healer to Real 9 here on YouTube. This is a storyline reading, part 3 for Miss Sonya Massey. Okay, right now you're going to see the screen is black because I did it yesterday, but an interruption came and I was talking in the video, so that means I had to do the whole video over. The thing is, I just can't get my hands on all the cards right away, so I had to just record as much as I could off of the video I did yesterday and just let that play out, and then you'll see me come on the screen, so bear with me. So this is a storyline reading for Miss part 3 for Miss Sonya Massey. Okay, let's just see.
Why is you going in her house? What's all that about? So if you're up to no good, yeah, you'll go in her house if you're up to no good. Because as far as my reading so far, that's that you was up to no good. So we have right here capturing the opportunity. So this will be Miss Massey. She captured the opportunity at a lighthouse. And a lighthouse is church, hospital, rehabilitation, drug treatment, or Alcoholics Anonymous. One of these places she went to. Because it was some information she got that motivated her, I guess, to go get the help she needed. So she is choosy about going to wherever this was, right? When we got the cops was choosy about coming to wherever her house was that night or whatever it was. So we have chewing for me. So we got the cop asking her something. Whatever he asked her, he felt like he heard it before. With the response she said, she went to the lighthouse for some information she got that motivated her to go. Something was plain and simple. Maybe it was a date set for her to go, or not to the hospital, or wherever she went at. She was choosy about going, but she went. She had to be that warrior, and peace within me to stable mind. So she went in some kind of treatment, or she went somewhere some kind of treatment with this right here, where she went for herself, because she is falling and failing. She is falling and failing. Okay. So we have right here a female cousin that's younger than her. She might have a female cousin that's younger than her. Or he might do. So we have, it was unjust. She is going to go to court about something, or her family going to go to court as far as what happened to her. Why let your ex dictate? She need to be unavailable. So if this not an actual love interest who dictating, she need to be unavailable too. God calling this cop a ex because she no longer is alive. So anything behind her means it's an ex-boss, ex-neighbor, anybody who is no longer connected. Right? So I want to make this the cop if it's not a love interest she had, okay? Why she need to be unavailable to this cop? After a while, because she's feeling detention time in her house. It used to be where she was unavailable. He was dictating and all, and she needed to be unavailable at one point in time. God says she's feeling time, detention time in there with him, or she should have told her to leave her house or anything like that. Okay. She needed to, if she had a job or anything like that, she needed to revamp and do things differently. the storyline, it would be like with a love interest, if she had one, and the cop. Both of them would be being a star. Winning over here with a love interest, anybody that's a love interest from back then, now, or whenever it was, just being a star and being on top, or over here as far as dealing with this cop. To be a star, to be the winner, to be in charge of her life, or whatever you want to call a star. The star is being on top, being the winner. She had two chances because he treated her ugly as stink. I shuffled too fast. Well, anyway, there it is. This is jumping up. Because somebody act ugly as stink to her back then. A love interest, and I like back then. We definitely know this cop treated her ugly as stink. Okay? She wanted to get her mind settled right here and be happy again. Because this cop is guilty. There's no getting around it. Right? So we have right here, she's saying out to her family, I love you, to her children, to her father, her mother, her siblings, or anybody in her family or friends. I love you. Tell you the story, Miss Massey. She was going to do God's mission without love making. So she had no partner or anything like that. She was going to do God's mission, what God wanted her to do without love making. You know what that means? Adults, right? Okay. So, and for this card to come out, that means either she's single, so that means she's going to be doing God's mission alone, no partner. Okay. You enjoy other men or one out. So over here with Miss Massey, other men, other females, or whoever, if she had a love interest at one time, point in time, the person might was talking to other people back then. So if we talking about the cop in general, he was talking to his partner, enjoying conversation with his partner, having fun with his partner, just in being, she just wanted out, get me out of this. He enjoyed other men, he would talk to his partner, you know, they engaging or whatever, but she just want out of this situation, get me out of it. So we got a candlelight dinner, so it might have been when she is going to be cooking something and eating something at night though, right? Because it's candlelight. So she was going to cook something. God didn't want her to overtalk though to these officers. Because we got right here that she needed to act so we can survive, so she could survive, and the officer can survive. But the officer looked at it was time for him to act, so he feel him and his partner to survive. But really, she didn't do anything for him to be acting like he needed to survive. She had to stop letting the officer hurt her and worry her in her life. So we take this to your old partner of hers, because this goes with, she had to stop letting the old partner worry her in her life. Anything as far as any kind of money business, or we got the officer as far as money business. So she might have owed a ticket. It might be something about money with this officer and her. And get this man to actually talk. Because we got the number one card is a money card, and here's another money card, and money was in the other one too. She might hold tickets some kind of way. We don't know. Money business. Let's go. Let's go. So this is a welcoming somebody in, or like lunch, something to eat or something like that. So she wasn't welcoming in these people for that night. But it was like they was coming in, and maybe she was getting ready to fix her something to eat, maybe. She didn't get to doing it, maybe, but maybe they came the time she was getting ready to make us something to eat. Maybe that's why the card coming out, welcoming in. I just don't know what he's winning. I just don't know. But he went in. So she had a mirage in her mind, mixed up, confused, anything like that. She's spending detention time with the officers, right? So we have the next card here. He was talking from a car, right? The officers or some kind of only got this card.
There's breaks in between. Okay, let's see.
Okay, so we have like, this is like the third one from this.
I hate to just do her, I hate to just put anything down, but it's kind of hard being able to get the cards back. And I can't, I'm being, let me see. It's kind of hard, let me see.
Taurus love. So this officer White might be a Taurus, or he might be a Taurus, or Miss Massey was a Taurus. Maybe he's looking in a mirror.
Maybe God will bring it back out, but I have to. I'm just going to have to just see how it'll go.
So we have right here that I like hugging you, so comfort is key. So with this one right here, Mike was looking at her, admiring her some kind of way, and he might want to hug her.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. Let's just see. Universe, give me the cards, but I don't. It's not going to be maybe all the exact same cards because they all mixed up. So what I'm gonna do is just wait a minute. Bear with me. I hate this because I really wanted it to be the exact cards, but they mixed up and I just can't seem to get to all of them. Bear with me. Okay, let's see here. Bear with me. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. Miss Massey universe. So it's not going to be all the way the same, but it's probably be some of the repeat cards because all of the cards mixed up and it's hard to try to tape it on my phone and make it go on. It's just not working. So just bear with me. I'm just going to just let God put up whatever God put up. All of the cards are mixed in this basket, so some of them are going to go off, or maybe all of them. I just don't know. So let's just see. Okay, let's see, universe, you know about it. So just give me a set, and let's just see how this goes. Okay, so let's just see how this goes. Because it threw things off for me by the phone call coming in yesterday, and I wasn't aware. I forgot the camera was still on, so I was talking all in the video, so that meant I couldn't put it up. But I tried to take that video and record it on my phone, but it just keep breaking into pieces, and it's just a mess. So I'm just gonna let God just lead, and hopefully all of the cards God want to put on this table is gonna go, and whatever cards God might didn't want in there, it won't come up. How about that? So this is the Bracelet One Healer Tarot 9 here on YouTube. Okay, this storyline reading for Miss Sonya Massey, 36-year-old young lady, a mother, a daughter, a friend, a cousin, a family member, a woman in general, a earth angel, God's child, who was struck down and murdered by a deputy. So let me just finish and see what come out. When you hear me make all this noise, I'm doing this. See, there's a lot of cards. So when you can hear me making noise, I'm wiggling cards, okay? So I have to wiggle the cards. I just can't take out what I want to pick up. I got to do it God's way. When we do things God's way, things come out better for all of us. When we do things God's way. Get what I just said? Not our way, but God's way. Okay? So if this deputy would have did things God's way, but he's not part of God's clan. He's part of the Wonderland of the Lost Souls. He's devilish, straight devilish. Okay, so it's opposites. You got God over here, godly person, and a devilish person. So that's like war. Get what I'm saying? But he was disguised as a peace officer. Said he was about peace, but he wasn't. Okay? And one of the storylines said he was posing as what he wasn't, supposed to have been a peace, coming to help her. Well, he wasn't coming to help her. He was coming to destroy her. That's what the devil does, right? Steal, kill, and destroy. That's the devil's mission. Okay, so let's just flow. It was horrifying for Miss Massey in there with this man. It was time for her to see, and she saw it. When you got a woman dealing with a man who's vengeful, a big giant compared to her, because he looked at her as a liability, because he had a secret, and Miss Massey knew it. So if he actually didn't want, so this is what came to me too today. If he didn't want romantically wanted to be involved with Miss Massey, romantically, right? He wanted her to be involved in something, like some kind of business he had going on the side. Get my drift? Okay? Let's just flow. Okay, let's see, universe. You know all about it. The cards back. Put the cards out, universe. You know Miss Massey. You know this young lady. You know this mother. You know this daughter. You know about it, universe. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm hearing it again. They're not like us, so he felt like that. Okay, let's just flow. Whoa. Let's just flow. See how this going for Miss Massey. He looked at her as a liability. That didn't come out, but it's coming out now. So let's just flow. Okay, let's see. You know all about it. Hopefully this is the last one for Miss Massey. Okay. Are you holding on for dear life? Miss Massey was holding on for dear life. He looked at Miss Massey as a liability. She is holding on for dear life on the floor. So I feel she didn't die right away. She is holding on for life, though. You'll have to be strong for the best outcome. She would have to be strong for the best outcome, because he was afraid of losing his job. Right? He was nervous about losing his job. It says not being losing her as a friend or whatever, but losing. So let's just take it as he was afraid of losing his job. That's true, but he was afraid of, he didn't like the idea of her saying no, but God said a warrant was going to be coming for him to go to jail. Follow me? So, yes, you're getting a reading from the brass loved one. Okay, we have right here, there was activity, or it is activity on her cell phone or his cell phone. Get what I'm saying? That can help in the case, right? But it says the phone is locked. Phone might get destroyed. The phone might be locked. Messages might be deleted or anything like that. Check his telephone. Check her telephone. Activity. Okay, so we have right here that he need to do things decent and come up to par, God says, right? Because he is marveling at a candlelight love. Like I say, he's flirting, or some kind of way he wanted her to be part of some job that he cooked up, right? For women. I don't see the cupcake exchange. That's the trafficking card. I don't see that, but some kind of way he was trying to offer money. We can't get away from it. So we have right here that looking at something suspenseful. You know, she knows about it to Miss Massey. Okay. It says his job was a bleep. He is tired of his job one way or another. The actual work he did or his job in general, that department he was working in. We got number 21, number 2, number 3, number 1, number 2. So we have something could happen the 12th, the 21st. Let's just go. Okay. No one else can have you. Okay, so some kind of way, this man was saying no one else can have you. No one else can have you. Wait a minute. No one else can have you. Could be some kind of business arrangement he was trying to work out with her. Or he was flirting. Like I said, I can't get away from this flirting. Somebody need to lay off the sweets, the cakes, or sweet stuff. Two females, whoever they are. Somebody she know or he know. However it's going. Okay, let's see, universe. She knows she had to drop him and get away from him and get him out of her house because he was a thief. Both of them, him and his partner, thieves, God says, right? So we have right here, it is nice to want to help at home, but in some cases it won't work. It was time to invest and able to gain. So if Miss Massey was trying to help at home, but sometimes it just didn't work, so it was time for her to invest to gain. So some kind of way she might have, he might was trying to talk to her about some kind of money deal to make some money to invest and able for her to gain, because she is trying to do bring money in home, anything like that. So she could get happy. So maybe he's talking to her about making some money some kind of way. Okay, so we have right here, I'm gone for good. So she might have said that, wait a minute, I'm gone for good. Clap back. I'm gone for good. So he might wanted her gone for good, or she said she was gone for good. So I don't know if he talked to her about some kind of job or something, and she actually had the job or something like that. Let's flow a little bit. Say she clapped back, and things was being covered up. Whatever problems. Okay, so it says right here that he was looking at her as loose, easy, or loose. Okay, so we have, let's see. Oh, shoot. Bear with me. So we have this card. She had to, why did she let her ex dictate? She had to be unavailable. So maybe some kind of way this cop had some kind of job going on for women on the side or whatever. I'm trying to work this now. When he was telling her about some job, if he wasn't the person that wanted to be the love interest, maybe he was telling about some job or something. I'm trying to say. There was some information that was going to motivate her. She had to face things pure straight. It's not raisins and lollipops. Let's just see. So she can't serve two masters. So she have a female cousin. So she can't serve two masters. So this man had something he had planned out that was devilish. She couldn't serve two masters, God and this negative, whatever, because he had a weakness for lovemaking. But she had a weakness for caring and being kind, anything like that. Let's just go, because when it's all over with, everything should come back to money, business, money. So, let's just see. I don't know if he had some kind of business on the side, this officer. What it says, right? Let's just see. She wanted to be sincere about being secure. So we have right here that for all eyes to see, somebody was going to say that they was gay or they was getting married right here. For everybody to see, it was going to be said. So we have right here sitting down time, bench time, or just sitting somewhere. Either she brought something from the store, some items, or he did. Okay, so we have nobody's perfect. The ex is not for her. So a job or this officer. Let's just flow a little bit here. She had to learn all the lessons necessary to express her spirituality. She was dealing with a familiar place, or he was. She was dealing with a familiar place. He was dealing with his precinct. So let's just see here. He gotta respect her, and she gotta respect him. So we have right here, I see it now, God. What's next? Okay, God, what's next? I see it now. He is looking at her as easy. Right here. Loose or easy. Both of them the same. So we have right here, she had two chances to be a star. So we have someone with a money machine. He might have been a money machine, or he knew a money machine, but he wanted her to take off every layer and reveal the naked soul. So some kind of way, he was a money machine, or some kind of way he is hooked to somebody who was a money machine. Okay, let's flow. So we have God wanted her to tell this man what it is and what it ain't, as far as she didn't want to be involved or whatever this is. Okay, somebody insinuated something to her with sharp words. So we right here try to appreciate the mother. So she's a mother. So he need to appreciate that she's a mother. Have respect for her because she's a mother. Or he need to respect his own mother. He wanted her to doll up for a date, maybe to go somewhere. See about a job or go out with him or whatever this is. So if he wanted her to work for him some kind of way, something on the side, he looked at her as she his employee. Get my drift? But if it's not that and he trying to flirt, he looking at her as somebody he could flirt with on the side because he feel like she loose or she easy. He can get away with whatever with her. Anything like that. So he need to be a realist, or she need to be a realist, because something's premeditated. was premeditated. What he did inside the house was premeditated as far as him even getting to the house or whatever. Let's see. When you start to really feel the real, you're going to come out. So the real her came out. She had to move away from anything that annoyed her in a situation. Because she had to clear her mind right here. And she wanted to be free. But God wanted her to stay calm. So we got money right here. So we're dealing with a lot of money, property, or people with this card. So I don't know if she's in some kind of money deal with him or job offer or whatever this is. So that job offer came out yesterday, but I don't know if it's going to come out today. Money deal. Okay, so she rose to the occasion given to her. But he is going to beat her at her own game, or she is going to beat him at his own game. Either she is going to get out of a money deal, money agreement, something like that maybe. Let's see. Let's just see something. Tension felt times. She had a mirage in her mind. No tension felt times. Because unfortunately something didn't smell right to her. So he wanted her to just wait, hold on. So we have, she had to sing when she get mad, God says, but some kind of way, maybe she is asking the person was asking her what she bringing to the table, wanted to know her talent, her skills, or what this person was telling her what he is going to bring to the table. Well, I offer you this, I offer you that, or the job is this, or the job is that, or whatever's going on here. It's different from what the one I just had on, because I just can't get all the cards together. They everywhere. So she's seeing everything in it and gaining much hope in it all. So we have don't force my hand. So either she said don't force her hand, or this man, this deputy, said don't force his hand in the situation. Seemed like she wanted out of a money deal or anything like that. She might agree to something first or something maybe, and then she changed her mind. I'm trying to wiggle this a little bit here. Are you married? Or he just want her to be somebody on the side, anything like that. He moved fast on it, like a gas guzzler. Because she was in a familiar place, or she saw him at a familiar place, or he saw her at a familiar place. That could be anywhere. That could be a police station, a rec, a bar, or whatever it is. A church, whatever it is. A job, whatever it is. Let's just flow. Okay, so we are true friends. You're done. So she felt like she's done. They not friends. He tried to make it with a friends, or try to get along with her or whatever, right? She felt she done, but then he felt like he was done. So let's just see here. Freedom was calling, but will she answer freedom? Wait a minute. And see what she was looking for, or this deputy. See, it's a whole nother storyline from yesterday, so it's going a whole nother way. I just wish that one wouldn't have messed up. Okay, so we have he was in his feelings at nighttime or she was in hers. All the way in the feelings. So we had start to see what others was doing to keep her stuck. She had to see what others was doing to keep her stuck in a certain position. She is being molded into what she wasn't. So something on the internet that can help her. So he pictured a crazy love, or she did. So let's just see something on the internet. Might have been a job. I'm just trying to see. Might have been a job. I don't know. I'm trying to see here. Because it's going a whole nother way from the one I just messed up with. So it's throwing me off. Something on her skin or his skin, whatever it may be. That's on the skin. Okay, so she had deep feelings inside, or he did. Doing something judicious. So we have, she needed to plan her vision, or she wanted to, but she was groggy, or he was groggy. So we have right here, not having the protection. She didn't have protection from her father, by her father, or, well, I know her father wasn't like this, but I'm going to turn this around to him then. So I'm going to say she wasn't having protection from her father because she didn't at that time, because her father wasn't there at this place where this man murdered her. So that is true. Her daddy wasn't there. So we're going to turn this part to him. His father was abusive, or is abusive. Okay? So we have right here that she fought him, or he fought her in words, physical, mentally, verbally, emotionally. The deputy. So we have soon Miss Massey had to get on her path. Because is it all over with the caravan? So if it's hers, is all is if she dealing with is it all over with the caravan? This caravan is a group of people, group of ladies, men, or party goers, or whatever this is. So I'm trying to say, because are you ready to listen to some old music? Some kind of way she might be going to listen to some old music. Time was going by TikTok. Okay, so some kind of way, somebody saw something over a weekend. You seen it, and I seen it too. Over a weekend. So she seen something, or somebody else seen something. Time was going by. Somebody was thinking about the softness or niceness of somebody. See, it's changed up from yesterday. This is a whole nother direction. Oh, goodness. It's changing in a whole nother direction, Lord. It's changing a whole nother direction. Let me see something. Did she see him somewhere on a weekend at a bar or at some place or something? I'm trying to figure this out. I don't know. This is going a whole nother direction. It's not like yesterday, so it's throwing me. She looked at her as a liability. She had to be strong for the best outcome. She was holding on for life on the floor. He was nervous because he didn't want to lose his job. So we have right here that a warrant is coming for his arrest. Yes, you're getting a warrant from the various loved one. There's activity on the telephone or on camera, some kind of way, as far as him and her, or activity period on the phone that can help in the case. Hers or his phone. He need to do things decent and come up to par. So we got a candlelight love. He was marveling at, or she was. So we have right here that campus, I believe. So his job, he was tired of his job, seemed like we got number 21 or whatever. No one can have you. No one else can have you. So some kind of way, No one else can have you. Somebody in her life was didn't want her to have nobody else unless it's a job or love interest, whoever this is. Somebody need to lay off the tasty cakes or lay off the sweet stuff to females, whoever it is. She know or he know. She knew she had to drop them because they was thieves. Both of those cops were thieves, or drop something else she needed to drop. Okay, it is nice to want to help at home, but in some cases it don't work. So invest this time to gain. So she might have reached out to get some kind of job. I'm trying to see her own self because it's going another way. Okay, I'm gone for good. She is going to get happy because maybe she is gone for good as far as what though? Or this officer made her be gone for good. Because she is going to get happy, maybe because she is going to invest and able to gain, do something different with her life, maybe. I'm trying to figure this out now. What's going another way? She had to get away from the thieves. You see, I'm changing up now because it's like going a whole nother direction. Cover's been covering up things and hiding problems in her life. She clapped back at this cop because he looked at her as loose and easy. She needed to be unavailable. Why did she let this man dictate this cop? Because I don't know if I'm gonna say with her ex. I'm gonna say the cop. Information that's gonna motivate her. Because she had to face it pure and straight. She can't serve two masters. That's her card. She can't serve two masters. The devil and God. So she had to be secure, be sincere about serving God if she was going to serve God. She had a weakness for lovemaking or caring. So she was, or somebody she knew was going to mention out to people that she was getting married, somebody else she knew was getting married, or this cop was getting married, somebody was getting married, or that somebody was gay. For all eyes to see and know about it. Either she brought something from the store, or this cop, or a love interest from back then. Something store bought, maybe sit down and rested on a bench or on a chair. So we got somebody who feel like nobody's perfect. So we got an ex or this cop, somebody is saying that nobody's perfect, but God's saying this person is not for her. So she had to express her spirituality and learn all the lessons needed. So it is your turn to prove to me, because it's got just the respect card. So either this an ex or is this cop, where respect got to come from both ways. So she see it now with the person not respecting. Okay, what's next, God? So she had two chances to be a star. At work, or as far as in a relationship, or whatever this is. So she's dealing with a money machine, somebody who, a job some kind of way. A money machine, a job, or this cop, or whoever this is, somebody had money. Or a job. But somebody wanted her to take off every layer and reveal the naked soul. But the God side of this card simply means that you straighten the person out and let a person know what it is going to be and what it ain't going to be. Get what I'm saying? So we got the devil side to that card and the God side to that card. So we have somebody insinuated something to her with sharp words. So somebody needed to be appreciate the mother. So I feel like somebody need to appreciate her as a mother. Or she appreciated her own mother as a mother. Or this cop needed to appreciate his own mother. Because Okay, she's gonna doll up for a date or put clothes on for a date or going out somewhere. It don't have to be a date with a man, I guess, but going somewhere. But we got right here somebody saying you and mine, yours. So somebody wanted a date. If it wasn't this cop, somebody. Okay, so we have she had to be a realist here because something was premeditated with this man here. Or love interest, whoever it is, right? Okay. When you start to really feel the real, you're going to come out. So the real her came out because she started to really feel. She had to move away from anything that caused annoy her in a situation. So she wanted to be free from a date, a job, or whatever this is. She wanted to be free. Free me. She wanted to have a clear mind. She need to stay calm because we got money right here. We got money, population, or property, right? So we have right here, she rose to the occasion given to her to get away from maybe a job or whatever this is, to beat somebody at their own game, or somebody decided to beat her at her own game, right? So we have, she had a mirage in her mind, tension-filled thoughts. Unfortunately, something didn't smell right to her. Something wasn't right. So, person might have said, just wait, hold on. So she had to sing when she mad, because somebody wanted to know what she was bringing to the table, what she was wondering what somebody was going to bring to the table. So we have this here. She was seeing everything in it and gaining much clarity in it all. Maybe a job or whatever this is, or somebody flirting with her or whatever this is. Don't force my hand. Somebody saying don't force my hand. She did, or somebody to her. Are you married? Or somebody wants somebody to be a woman on the side. So she moved fast on it, or the person did. So it was a familiar place, some kind of way that get frequented. Okay, so she might have said she was done. Person said, we are true friends. Follow me? She had to seek what she is looking for. Because freedom was calling for her, but will she answer freedom to get away from someplace or something? So we have that she is all in her feelings at nighttime. Or this person she is hooked to. So we have right here, she is being molded into what she wasn't, God says. So she had to start to see what others was doing to keep her stuck. So something was on the internet, because she is internet savvy, or somebody else. Two things was on there. But somebody tried to keep her stuck in a situation. So it might have been a job. So it might seem like here somebody was picturing a crazy love. So we have right here that somebody got something on the skin, whatever it may be. Dealing with something judicious. She had deep feelings about things, so she is groggy. She need to plan a vision though. So we have right here, she wasn't having protection from her father, but this man didn't have protection. This man was abused by his father. So we have that she was fought by somebody who didn't look like her, right? Emotionally, financially, verbally, physically, or however. But God say soon she had to get on her path. So she wanted to know if somebody was all over with the caravan, a group of people. Or she told somebody it's all over with a group of people. So if it was a job, she decided she was getting out of it. If she is hooked to some job, whatever this is. Because something was seen on a weekend, she saw, or somebody else saw on a weekend, whatever it was. Next one is, she was nice, but time was going by TikTok. So we have Somebody wanted to listen to old music. Are you ready to listen to some old music? Time steady going by. Thinking about her niceness because something happened on the weekend. Finish with Caravan. Okay, let's go. So I don't know. It seemed like it was a bar. I'm trying to think of what this is now. This going a whole nother way. This is not what it was at first. This a whole nother direction. This a whole nother direction. So I don't know if she had a job on the side. Maybe she had a job somewhere. I'm trying to figure out what this is because it's going another direction. It's totally different than what I had so far. So maybe she had a job and she wanted out of the job. That's what I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she had a job. Sometimes people be having a job. You don't know nothing about it though. Because a lot of storylines I do, people have a job that nobody know about, another job. So I'm trying to think, well, just a date card or going out somewhere, out somewhere. Because this is a putting clothes on card. But she had to be a realist. Something's premeditated. So I don't know. That's like throwing me a little bit with this right here. So let's just see what I need this cleared up. Was this a job? And even for me to know this was a job for her, I need God to bring out some job cards to let me know she had a job and this connected to a job she had. And she decided she didn't want the job no more. I need some kind of job cards. Because so far, it don't really... I'm trying to figure out what this is all the way around. Okay. So I know the bottom line is the person didn't want to be told on. And that's what it seems like to me. She was X'd out. It ain't like she did a whole lot of bad to whoever this is. It's just that the person didn't want the person's business out in the street. Put your business in the street when you go out there doing things. You put your business in the street when you go doing things you did. People don't realize that. One more. Stop. Okay. Look at this man. Look at God. Know this person. This person was... Oh, sorry about that. My shoulder cracked. Deep. He might be somebody who cracked his knuckles. So we have right here that the man was cold-blooded. You're a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes. He's been telling lies. Deep. He a cold-hearted snake. Look into his eyes. I'm hearing reptile. Look into his eyes. He's been telling lies. Center of attention. Okay, we have right there. Okay, let's just go. Okay, I'm trying to end this. I wish y'all had one from yesterday, but shucks, I can't seem to find all the cards. So. He a cold-hearted snake. He cold-blooded. Let me just say what the card says, right? Do not force your ways on me. This would be Miss Massey. Can I come out without you leaving me? So if this man was flirting with her some kind of way, eventually he letting her know he married now. Maybe he didn't let her know he was married. Maybe some kind of way he was flirting with her. And she found out he was married or something like that. Maybe the flirting night didn't just happen right then in the house that night. Maybe some kind of way he saw her outside of that house before. I don't know if she go to the bar or whatever. I don't know. Right? But some kind of way he saw her somewhere else besides inside that house. Maybe. Some kind of way. Maybe. Because I'm trying to look at these cards and they flowing all kind of ways. Can I come out without you leaving? Person want to flirt. Person want to go on a date or whatever's going on here. But if I tell you I'm married, if I tell you I'm on the down low, if I tell you whatever I tell you, are you going to not go on a date with me or whatever he talking about? I don't know. Because we know doom was the last resort, right? We already know that last resort. Because it was a recovery for a brighter future. Going to have to be for the family eventually. Let's put that over there. Okay. She didn't need this person to help her. Okay. He might have two brothers. Because he is wondering if she was his good fortune. or you make good fortune. But God says she needs to drop her burdens. This person a God-like husband? No, he's not if he's flirting with other ladies. Okay, he might want her to call him soon. He might have saw her on the street before. Maybe that wasn't the first time he saw her in the house. He might have saw her outside somewhere. Call me soon. You are in my dreams. I can turn it around another way. By him murdering her, she gonna be coming in his dreams. And to call me actually mean you need to speak out and tell the truth, okay? Because he was strategic about what he did. So we have right here that it's a transport of drugs or infection. So you can take a drug, transport a drug, like it says, give one to another, take one, transporting drugs in general. You know what that means. Or we're just talking about an infection. And that would be anything like COVID, colds, anything like that, or romantic. You heard what I said, right? For this card. Okay, so we got this. It was strategic. Any deterrent that causes her dysfunction, God says, she needs to get away from in the AM. And that was the AM when she was murdered. That's the AM. You know about it. He was wondering, my good fortune. Man ain't a God-like husband trying to come flirt. So we have right here that he was gonna stand out. We got numbers 205, 502. You know about it. Okay, so we have right here that where did she get this behavior at thinking is love? But then where did he get this behavior at thinking is love? Because she was forced. But she said that yesterday in that storyline. I said whichever day it was where she said she was forced, I think, to her children or to her mother. One of them. You heard me say forced. She was forced. Get what it's saying. You got some numbers, could be part of anything from license, door number, whatever. God said it was wake up time for her though, because these people wasn't valuing her, this deputy or whoever else. She was forced. So we know it could be where you get intimidated and things like that and feel you forced to do something. She was dealing with a Judas, and it would be this deputy, right? Okay. She wanted to be the wonderful conqueror. She's dealing with a Judas, though. Can't do too much with a Judas. Okay. So she is holding on to a corrupt pain from this Judas, but she had to let go of destruction. Because this person was destruction. Feeling detention time home. Ooh, because he wanted her to be a substitute, follow me? She wanted balanced, interested only in balanced in her life. So we have that he was an idiot, God says, and it was a network of idiots hooked to him, God says. So we have go ahead and fight for her life and stop running. So she had to fight for her life and stop running, God says. Only she can make this happen for herself. Because she was forced. So some kind of way this man, she was forced. I don't see that card where it says she willing. I mean, I don't see that card ain't come out, but she's forced. She's forced as far as something. Because she is being molded into what she wasn't, God says. She's forced. So we got number 10. She was anxious. Wow, he was mellow. He is going to get ecstatic. So we have that, she wanted him to think about, he wanted her to think about something, right? It's like that. This is her card. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. She wanted my friend. Because he wanted to know, did she do something or will she do something? No more trying to impress him, or he wasn't trying to impress her no more. Because it was some char, table full of char, where they got upset with each other some kind of way. Her and this deputy, because that's who I got to focus on. It was racial abuse, and it was hyped up. And you know when they get hyped up, any and everything comes out of their mouth, right? During the temporary times. She had to plant her fortune, but he was planting his fortune on what he was trying to build. Wanting to know, will she do something or did she do something? So he had to build a path. She had to proceed with caution, or he had to. So we have something was seeping through from him. He saw that she was single, and that they say biracial, but I'm going to say black. So by saying biracial, I'm going to just say she is light. How about if I say that? Right? Or unless she got some biracial in her family, okay? Let's just go. She is devastated because she is holding on to a dormant behavior for keepsake, or he was. So we have, he wanted to express something over candlelight, conventional. So he trying to have a date or go out somewhere, seem like this man. Okay? He wanted a second chance because he was fickle. But she wanted a second chance as far as her life. So we have this card. Okay, this is a negative card for Miss Massey. But you heard me say she is forced with this card here, so let me see what's coming. This is a negative card for Miss Massey. She is trying to get along. Look what the card says. Look what the card says. See it? So she was seeking help because she is stolen from. So we're going to say if somebody was intruding on her property outside, they could steal something. So we can take it that way. She is seeking help because somebody was outside of her property and she didn't want anything stolen. Follow me? Or we can just take it as what it says right here. She seeks some help for a rape because she is trying to get along with somebody. Follow me? So we have right here that number 13, number 1. Somebody was energy seeking. Somebody might like red. The color red and the color yellow. So we have right here that he wanted positive vibes to stamp his name on her, maybe as an employee. He might want to make some money with her, some kind of way at a job or whatever this is. Everything keep going with money and things like that, so that's what. But I don't see the actual real job cards, what I call real job cards. Real job, 9 to 5, a real job card. This other kind of stuff is not a real job. So let's flow a little bit, positive vibes. Okay, so she wanted sensitiveness and softness. Let's just see a little bit, Lord. I'm trying to end this now for Miss Massey. I don't know if Miss Massey went out. I don't know if she go out. See, I don't know. I'm trying to work this storyline because if she go out some kind of way, like to clubs or anything like that, she could have met this person in a club, anything like that, and then eventually saw him out in the street somewhere. Then eventually he came to her house, And he don't want nobody to know nothing about he met her before because he's flirting or whatever this is. It's going different ways now. So that's why I kept saying that's all I said like before. It seemed like it seemed like it was all about her flirting and money. That's why I said, what did she do to this person? Only thing I can see is, okay, he was trying to pan out the court life. Trying to pan out the court life of a relationship, or pan out the court life of how long she gonna live, or how long something be going on. Let me just see what I'm trying to end this. It's going another way from yesterday. That's what I'm saying. It's not even like it's a whole other direction. Okay, universe. Was Miss Massey working? Was she working a job? I need the money scheme card if she is working a job. I need a money scheme card to come if there's anything like that. Programming. That card, equal and fair. Secret Society card. I need certain cards. I'm trying to see where this at. Other than that, it just keeps seeming like it's her and this cop person here. I'm trying to see exactly what's going on here. Maybe we'll see all about it. Okay, Miss Massey, trying to get the story out. Trying to really finish it. One more. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go, right here. You wanted this cop to change, or a man you know to change? Ex-lover, anybody you know, a man to change you know, or this cop, one or the other. I don't know what you want. Mention us. Miss Massey. You are the light, the brass loved one. Okay, so this is ladies not alive that was murdered for whatever reasons. Let's just flow. Let's just see. I'm trying to end it. She finishes here. I'm trying to end it. Okay, let's just go. Bear with me. I didn't expect it to go so long. So we have seemingly you are the best, God says Miss Massey. God says seemingly you are the best, Miss Massey. I'll turn this down because I don't want it to mess me up again like yesterday because that was crazy. The universe, you know about it for Miss Massey. Was this work for Miss Massey? Was this work? Some kind of way is work, or what is this with Miss Massey? What is going on here with this situation with this policeman? It's more than race. You already know that. I already know that. It's more than race. Okay, 7 years. Something is 7 years. I don't know. Something might have happened 7 years ago. She might have had a love interest 7 years ago. I don't know. Something about 7 years. You know, she know about it. 7 years. Yeah, but you know about it from Miss Massey. Tell your story, Miss Massey. She wanted tenderness and sensitivity. Okay, no more conquest in love or business for the best future. So we have you are getting a job. Okay, Miss Massey. I say you gotta tell me something. I'm trying to figure out what is this stuff. What's going on? So, some kind of way she was getting a new job. There's supposed to have been a job. She's supposed to be getting a job or anything as far as a job. Because it said yes right here, yeah. Okay, that's what I was saying. What is this? Is it work? Is it... She had to assess it and be assertive. Follow me. Some job. Okay, so somebody wanted no more inks, didn't want no inks out of her. They wanted her house number. They didn't want any inks because the person said we must talk. Somebody thought she had pretty eyes. So God says right here she needed to leave anything in the past. Right? When you don't refuse to let your past stay behind, Miss Massey, you refuse the future that God has for you, that God is bringing in and ushering into you. You can't function as the human that God wants you to be, because not functioning as the human goes with depression, being on drugs, being on alcohol, just being torn all apart and stuck in a stuck state. So you got to let all that go from back then. Okay, so let's just flow from Miss Massey. It was time to act so we could survive. Okay. Okay, somebody was talking to her from a car. Or she was in a car with somebody some kind of way. Talking from a car, she was in somebody's car. And that was like before, this happened, some kind of way. Could have been that day or whenever, I just don't know right now. Okay, let's see, maybe she know all about it. Okay, so we have right here, the person had to see that she is crying out because torture me, not the person. She is being tortured by somebody because she is being forced, because the card force came out. She is being forced in a situation, maybe something from back then, I don't know. Let's just say wearing certain kind of clothes, exaggerated things in a matter, but it don't excuse his bad behavior. So she had certain kind of clothes on, and it didn't excuse somebody's bad behavior. So she had certain kind of clothing on because it is time for her to be the conqueror in a situation. So the night she died, it could have been that night she had on certain kind of clothing, and the cop had bad behavior. It could go like that, or it could be somewhere where she was out somewhere, some kind of way. Or this is just stands for the cop, because this goes with anybody in uniform. Because somebody wearing certain kind of clothes, it don't excuse the person's behavior. The person feels because they're a policeman, a firefighter, or a doctor, whoever it is, they can just treat you like crap. But God says no. It don't excuse the person's bad behavior, no matter what kind of uniform the person have on. Okay? So let's just flow. So the cop, I'm going to call it the cop right here. He tortured her. She dealing with the car. She in the car. In the cop car and her own car, whatever's going on. She had to survive right here. Time for her to act. Person asked for her home number some kind of way. Or knew her home number. Got the home number right here. Person ain't want no more inks out of her. Something might have happened 7 years ago for her. Something where she was being forced with something. Now he might have been not blackmailing. He might have, let's say forced. So I'm just trying to work this. Okay, the stalking got it in. So some kind of way he was nagging her, stalking, nagging her, scaring her, threatening her, or whatever might have been happening. It needed to end, and it did end because she's not alive. She was in her emotions about this thing, and she wanted sensitivity. So we have, she's filling a lecture, some kind of lecture or gathering, or job, or interview, or wherever she might have been at. Or we're going to take this with her and the other cop, the two cops in her house, because that means it's like at least 3 people and talking on maybe. If not that, an actual, she was somewhere. Whenever this was a lecture, interview, court hearing, or wherever she was back then, or whatever that was, I just don't know. Maybe something 7 years ago happened some kind of way, and maybe this cop might have found out about it, and he threatening her and forcing her to do something or whatever, I don't know. Do you really believe what you hear? Do she really believe in God, or what God says, or what she hear? As far as, I guess, this person, because we got a grandma. Sure enough, grandma. So we got grandma. maybe her grandma was in her dreams and her visions, or just her grandma was just around her in spirit, anything like that. I don't know. Let's see. Somebody wanted to be fruitful with her. So we have right here, it's flattering. So what? That somebody want to be fruitful. Okay, we got right here somebody cheaping her life. Or looked at, somebody wanted to be fruitful, cheaping her life, or looked at her life as cheap, if not cheaping her life. Let me see what the next card is. So we have the lesson of pain. They had to start respecting one another. This person who cheapened her life or looked at her life as cheap. Somebody who wanted to be fruitful with her. So we have somebody wanted her to chew on it in full because they wanted to be fruitful. Person don't look like her. It was rallying, that means fussing. She needed to believe in God's word, not man's word, as far as this person. So we have right here, he wanted her to make up her mind because she is captivating. Follow me. So we have, she is going to get her cell phone for help because it says getting high. So if she wasn't getting high, this don't have to be that night right there. This could be another time. I just don't know for sure. I would have to just look at it all over again. This could have happened that day. If she wasn't getting high no kind of way, this simply means that something was going on in her mind. Confused, anxiety, overwhelmed, anything. Follow me? But she is going to get her phone for help. So the next one is she had to refuse to stay in a puddle, God says, because it will keep her wet. Get out of a wet place, Miss Massey, and get in a dry place where God got for her. Right? The universe was driven to guide her to her path, but where she go to her path? Come from this way and go over there to your path. Okay? That came right back. I should have just put it down. It was there and I shuffled and it came right. Okay, God says that. Unfortunately, he was dealing with a she-bear. Okay, so we have right here, we dealing with money business. We keep talking about money. She needed to stop letting her ex worry her in her life right now. So this cop, I'm going to use this as, it could be her ex or ex-lover or hers, right? It could be that. But I really don't think this one right here is that. I feel this is a cop. Whatever she might have did 7 years ago or got in trouble or whatever it might have been or whatever it might be, it's called back then X, right? So if this cop bringing up something that's back then, that's over with, dragging something in her life right now, God telling her don't let this worry her in her life right now, or we dealing with an actual real ex who talking about money problems or something about money problems. Okay, let this flow. So I don't know if she owed something from back then to the courts. I just don't know right there. She had to drop the ex, answer her burdens. Some person, whoever this is, right? Because somebody wanted to be invited in for a light lunch. If she was not happy with things, she had to do things right. If she had burdens, God said. Next one is she wanted to be happy again, and she wanted her mind settled. Next one is, give me some space. I need more time. So some kind of way she needed more time, needed some space, and needed more time. So maybe, here's a job card. So maybe she had a job some kind of way and she left the job. Or maybe something happened 7 years ago, whatever it might have been, and somebody trying to drag that back in her face again. She's not alive right here. So this is, where's the card at? Did I put it down already? I thought this was the batch right here. I said it. God said you the best, Miss Massey. Something happened at least 7 years ago. Something like that. You wanted tenderness and sensitivity. So we have right here that God said you had to have no more conquest and level of business for the best outcome. You are getting a new job, so you was under the impression you was getting a new job. You was going to be assertive and assess things. So somebody wanted your house number, wanted no inks about it. What is your house number? So with somebody asking for the house number, this could actually go with, because it says that the officer was in her house asking for her ID. So asking for the ID, your house number is on the ID. Do you live here? Get what I'm saying? Or somebody out on the road. Somebody thought she had pretty eyes, wanted to talk. Okay, do you have an ID? Where's your ID? What is your address? Do you live here? Whatever maybe. So it has right here that she had to refuse. She had to refuse her past, whatever her past was like, right? And usher in her future. Okay, so we have some kind of way she is in a car whenever, talking with somebody. Or somebody was talking to her, or somebody else was just talking in the car, whoever it was. Okay, somebody wanted her to act now so we can survive. Her and the person can survive, or somebody else can survive. Or this is the officer in the house wanted to act now so him and his partner can survive, however it's flowing. Whoa. So we have right here that torture me not. She is crying out to not be tortured. Just because he wore a uniform, it don't excuse his bad behavior. God says to shoot and wound and murder cold-blooded Miss Massey, because he wanted to be the conqueror right then. So the stalking had to end because his stalking, his bullying and everything else in there to her, and it might have been before it might have been before that night, because it seemed like he saw her before some kind of way. Follow me? It don't seem like he's a stranger to her. Stalking has to end, and it did end. Get what it's saying? She wanted sensitiveness. Here's in her emotions. So we have right here that she's feeling a lecture. So the lecture could actually be a job some kind of way. It could have been court. It could have been just in the house with these cops talking to her. That's like a lecture. They talking. Let's just flow. Okay, let me. Oh shucks. Let me get it. Whoa. Okay, so we have this one. Do she believe as far as God? Does she really believe? So the next one is, sure enough, she might have saw her grandma. Or her grandma was around her some kind of way, or her grandma was giving her advice. Or her grandma was around in the spirit, something about her grandma. Let's just flow. So we have right here that because he wanted to be fruitful, that officer, is flattering. So what? She didn't want to hear that. So here we have right here him cheapening up her life. Because the lesson, her pain, they need to respect one another, but he wasn't trying to respect her. He felt she didn't deserve respect, so he wanted her to chew on it in full for a while, being fruitful with him. Okay, so it was a rallying, a fussing kind of way, because they didn't agree on whatever. She shouldn't believe man's word, God says, but only God's word. So he thought she was captivating, and he wanted her to make up your mind, because he wanted to be fruitful. So she needed to get herself home for help, because she is confused, has anxiety, overwhelmed or whatever, but she did, and that's what brought these people here already. But maybe God saying she needed to pick it up again, but it's it would have been dangerous for her to go after her cell phone at that time period. But she did pick it up some kind of way to call in the first place for help, because she was confused, overwhelmed, or whatever. So God wanted her to get out of the puddle because it will keep her wet and get in a dry place. Right? Get out of that spot and get in a dry place where God wanted her at. So she was a she-bear, unfortunately, that he was dealing with that night. She wasn't giving in, so she had to stop letting him hurt her and worry her about money in her life now, about money problems. So I don't know, is it tickets or what this is? I don't really know what's going on. I'm still kind of a little bit puzzled. She had to answer her burdens and drop this person. So I'm calling the person an ex, but okay, so we have right here welcoming in and eating a light lunch. So she's getting ready to eat something. It's not a light lunch, but eating something light. I always call it lunch, but she is going to eat something. She welcomed them in because some kind of way they came in her house, I guess. But she is going to eat something light. So she might be going to fix something lightweight. Whatever. Potatoes, I don't know, something light. Get what I'm saying? So we have right here, did she have burdens? Yeah. If she, things was not right, she had to make it right. So we have that, she wanted to get her mind settled because she wanted to be happy again. Because maybe his, I can't say blackmailing. Maybe it was tickets. I don't know what this was. Maybe she used to work somewhere before and the person wanted to work again. I just don't know. I'm trying to... Okay, maybe the person was talking to her and she was saying, I need more time to think about it or anything like that. I need more time if she owed money or whatever this is. I need more time to pay the tickets or whatever this is. Give me some space. Okay, I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna take it from this way, Lord, because I'm trying to just be finished. Okay, Lord, I'm trying to just be done. Because it's going a whole nother way from the one yesterday. It's going another way. It really is. Going another way, Lord. A whole nother way. Okay, let's see. I hear waterfall. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Don't you know you're moving too fast? Don't go chasing waterfalls. Neat. Okay, let's just see. It's going another way, but really I can't seem to get all of the cards I just had before, yesterday. So, I don't know, Lord. I'm trying to end it, though, for Miss Massey. Okay. These officers, or one of them, need to do things in decency. Thought it was, something was laughable. But God's sake, seemingly you are the best. You want to equal and fair. You pinpointed a problem. Maybe it was a job you had with, I don't know. Well, you want to equal and fair as far as parking tickets or whatever this is. Somebody was talking nice, then they got sharp with you by putting you on trial. You felt he got a nerve questioning you or whatever. Okay, ask for the ID. So that means that with that address card, he wanted to know your address. He didn't want no ain'ts out of you, like get the ID for me because that would prove to him you live there or anything like that. Two hearts that beat to find one another. I miss you so much. I can put this with your family members. Okay. You need to eat some good food, some healthy food, and make it your middle name. Let's just say. Make a wish. Let's just see. Don't you really want to die? You know the wonderful Miss Massey. So we have right here that Miss Massey wanted love. So God wanted her to fill her spirit with a clear vision, Miss Massey. Because we have somebody wanted to saddle you down as the person's lifeboat, wanted to make money off you. Usually the lifeboat is somebody want to make money off you. Some kind of way. Live with you or make money off of you. Your thoughts count, God says, and you have to ask yourself why you allow yourself to be molded by somebody. Because somebody felt well done, that they were so smart with what they did. Because what all will you do to get a job, to build your future? Because you had somber pain maybe, and that was a sure thing. So it was static some kind of way. You were still here or still there or somebody. Because God says you are shining. You might have an uncle, right? What's this for? So we have ducking wouldn't help you because somebody was mad with you for some reason. You wanted to save some money because we got somebody who got a wife that evidently wanted to step out with you. You had to stop thinking you deserved abuse because you felt like help was coming. So we have, okay, here's the noise. Release your loved one. You are still here. So we gotta put this over here. That's gonna be down the road for the family, not now. So we have a man that needed to plant more time, effort, love, attention, care, or whatever. Okay, you pinpointed something and you complained about it. Because we got a guy who over here is want to hold you in his arms, want to go for a walk and things like that. So we have right here that you captured the flames because sparks were put out there and you captured the flames. Okay, we got a treat right there, so somebody didn't treat you the way you deserve to be treated. Or somebody's gonna get a treat, something like that. That's just slow. Yeah, but you know about it. Oh, let's not mask the smell of fall because what's fall what was done to Miss Massey. Because money was pending, so I don't know if she owed money for tickets. I'm still trying to figure this out. Somebody owed her money on somebody right at my back door banging. Goodness gracious. Yeah. So she don't indulge in something. Somebody was trying to get her to come back to devil energy, to devil ways of living, being the devil. Devilish ways, anything devilish and negative. Anything harsh on the body, harsh on the mind. Okay, to stop you from loving yourself. Okay. Good. Oh my goodness, it seems like somebody right at my back door. If I open the door, it seems like they're right here. Who is that? Oh my goodness. Oh my. Okay, I'm so sorry. Okay, she no longer indulged in whatever that is, or somebody is trying to pull her back in there. So let's not mask the smell of foul. It was foul what was done to her. So we have right here, you are going live. So the going live is actually the video of what happened to her. This foul thing that happened to Miss Massey is all over the internet. It's everywhere. But this person was afraid she was going to do some talking. So we have right here, the person recognized, I'm yours. This person just wanted to kind of hold on to her as a worker, a client, or somebody was trying to just have her as a woman on the side or whatever's going on here. She had a clear mind. This person is letting off this person's sexual tendencies. This is over here. So we got a neighbor. So something going on with a neighbor. I don't know who is it. Or maybe the cop is considered a neighbor because he's not a family member, a neighbor. I don't know here. So he was going to jump for joy and see it in a moment. Right, not her. Okay. Let's see. She made a gesture because she was tired of the buffoonery, but he made a gesture and he was tired of any buffoonery out of her because he wanted her to show that she could build. She wanted to show that she could build her own future and she owned her fortune, but he also wanted that too because he wanted hugs on base conditions. So this officer, if not the officer, somebody, some guy, whoever this is, somebody wanted hugs on base conditions, wanted to pull her in, they wanted her in for whenever times they wanted to pull her in to work, to be a love interest, to be a friend, or whatever going on here. So she's dealing with a bill collector, somebody who owe her money or somebody she owe money to. Is she in a poly relationship? So she could have been hooked to somebody who had somebody already, whoever it is, her old love interest, or this cop hooked onto his wife and he tried to hook on to her, or if it's nothing like that, somebody else. If not that, we dealing with just a biller in general that she owed. If not that, we got the cop, the other cop, and her. So that make 3 people that's actually inside her house. And the cop would be considered the biller because he trying to get paid for his job. Okay? That's where the biller part, the money come with that. Okay, so we have, it's not ordinary that she be dying. She get an epiphany, but this really is the dying card. Let's just see. He had to have consideration for the masses. She did also. Not ordinary that she will be feeling herself dying. Let me say something. In any situation, she needed to gain clarity. So we have right here, no one here, he or she didn't matter. God says she was the star in the light. Did she need to prosecute? Yes, she need to prosecute against this man. So she's going to prosecute against him. Knowing him, knowing who it was, didn't matter. God says she was the star. I told you she is the star, no matter how much this person tried to make it seem like she's not a star. She was a star. She is going to prosecute. She needed to do some prosecuting. So we have right here that number 41, number 14. So we have 42 or 24. I'm gonna go and just take that out of that person's hand. Whatever, they banging at the back. Okay, we have my lawyer says, so she's going to get a lawyer, or we dealing with her family has a lawyer. Remember what God said she was. God said she's a star. God said she's an earth angel because she's trying to avoid him strip searching her, taking off her clothes, or taking her money, whatever money she might have had, or just taking off of her clothing. Gradually, a court date was going to be coming up back then, or going to be coming up now. Because he have a title, whatever his name is. Because she was the brown rabbit and she was trying to prevail. So we have she was revamping. Wait a minute, was it revamping? She had to revamp and do things all night, all day, or whatever as far as work. If not her, the officer was doing his work all day, all night, or differently, changed up his schedule. So if not the officer, somebody else she knows, whoever this is, okay? If not her or the officer. So hats off to her. She's going down benefit alley. If it have anything to do with her having a job. If it, okay. Goodness. Okay, let's see. The power stays with the wife, not with the ex. So the power stays with the wife, this person's wife. See, there's 2 wife cards. This person was trying to have her hooked on some kind of way, jerking her around. I'm sorry for that noise. We got like 3 more cards. Hopefully we won't keep hearing that noise. This person didn't really care. Stepping out into the nightlight with a sage or fire sign person. So when she stepped out of her door, he might have been a fire sign, or the other one was a fire sign. She stepped out of her door. So it was night look like. So some kind of way God told her don't settle for the okie doke, because maybe the person was saying, I'll buy you something. You need something or something like that. Because maybe the person wanted to show that the person cared some kind of way by buying her something, wanted to take her out or whatever was going on here. She had to see it, what was right in front of her, and see what was right for her. So we got this cop, seem like it keep coming back to him. If not him, some other man, some kind of way, who was trying to see it on the side. Look like that's what it keep coming back to over and over again, the same old stuff. So only thing I can see is he didn't want his secret told. I mean, other than that, I just don't see nothing she did wrong to this person. There's nothing she did wrong to this person. So which one with the yeah, I don't see what she did wrong to this person here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna quit it because it's like going all kind of ways. Yeah, it keep on being the same old way. So I just don't know. No more as far as that right there, that somebody was trying to give money to have her be part of their life, cheating on their wife or whatever's going on. And that's why he went so far to do what he did. Because really, him being racist, he could do stuff like that being racist, but it was more than that. He shouldn't have went in her house. You know, so, no. So he covered his bases when he said something about, do you live here and all of that. Because he already knew she lived there. He knew she lived there already. He knew she lived there already because they say he was stalking. So he already knew she lived there, but he had to do that for the cameras. You know, he knew the camera wasn't on them because his friend was in the house, so he had to say that certain things then. He already knew she lived there. He knew that because he was stalking her. The stalking had to end, and the end came because she was murdered by this deputy. What are you going to try to say? It's self-defense. Try to say self-defense. Yeah, he was stalking. Stalking had to end. Yeah, he wanted to be the conqueror here. Yeah, because he was wearing certain kind of clothes, that uniform. Right? He was torturing her. Torture me now. She crying out. I don't know. It's time for him to act now. He felt so weak and survived. Him and his partner. Right? But he knew that she had no gun or nothing, so she was no threat to him. What are you going to do with an actual man then if he think a lady with a little bit of water? I mean, really. He's no use for the force if he can't handle a lady with a little pot of water. I mean, really. I'm serious about that. Talking from the car, him and his partners out there. Okay, so we have right here that she had to leave her past behind, anything from back then. Because he wanted to talk, the cop here. He wanted to know that she lived there, but he already knew she lived there because he was stalking. But he had to do that for the camera, ask for her ID, get my drift. assessing things and being assertive, all this for the camera, right? Lights, action, camera. Remember, that's all for the camera. She already knows she lived there. You're getting a new job. So some kind of way, she getting a new job. Maybe she had another kind of job back then. And maybe she got another job now and he wanted her to go back to whatever she used to do. I don't know. But God's saying she had to change up. Because he had tendencies. Strike that. She wanted tenderness and sensitivity. Because God wanted her to feel your spirit with a clear vision. Something different for her life. So yeah. So he looked at her as a liability. She could do some talking on him though. Because she knows some things. You know, when people know some things, people want to shut people up. She's holding on for life. She had to be strong, but he didn't care about holding on to her. But he didn't want to lose his job though, so he was nervous about a warrant coming for his arrest. No, there's this information, something is on the cell phone, his or her or something. They just look one way at things. They didn't really actually do investigating like it's supposed to be, like you do for any average Joe Blow out on the street. It wasn't done the same way. That man should have been taken and see if he was on drugs. Everything should have been stripped from that man. Everything out of his pocket, his cell phone, should have been put in a bag and set aside for the court when the court time come or whatever. Things wasn't done like it's supposed to be done. Because something's on his phone, whatever it is. Need to do things in decency and come up to par. Because he is marveling at having a time period with her. Because he didn't like his job, but that's his problem. He didn't like his job. No one else can have you, so he got his eyeballs on her, maybe as far as work. Some kind of work, and she was going to do another kind of work or whatever this is. It could be work related. I just don't know. Right, but however this flowing, he know. She had to get away from these thieves, so God said, you know, had to drop it. Because investing, maybe in a new job, maybe she had some kind of job and then she need to cut that and go to another kind of job or whatever God talking about. It's nice to want to help at home, but in some cases it don't work. So maybe if she wasn't, she didn't have enough money, so she went out to get a job, maybe, or whatever this is, where she can get happy. Maybe she said she's gone for good from a certain kind of job and she went to a different kind of job. I just don't know. But anyway, he might have looked at her as loose or easy. She need to be unavailable. And don't let him dictate because he is a cop, because some information was going to motivate her. Because God says you can't serve two masters. You got to go this way or that way. She had a weakness for caring and being nice, but this person had a weakness for lovemaking. But she knew some kind of secret here, the person gay here. Or she found out the person married or whatever's going on here. I don't know. So I don't know. She might have met him somewhere. That's all I can say. This cop here. That's all. It just seemed like it's going ways like that. Either she's working somewhere, got a job somewhere, he got her a job somewhere, or she met him somewhere or some kind of way, or he's offering her money some kind of way, or I don't see promiscuous no kind of way. I didn't even see that at all for her. No promiscuous cards came out for her. None whatsoever. So she wasn't promiscuous. No, I ain't seen no kind of cards like that for her. Seems like he was stalking her. Stalking her. I don't see no promiscuous cards. So I don't know if I see like I wonder Lord, was she raped some kind of way whenever in her life, and sometimes people can look things up in your records or look things up and find out things or whatever's going on. I'm trying to figure this out because I don't see the promiscuous for her. I don't even see addiction card where she is addicted to any drugs. See what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to, only thing I can see is the person trying to offer money to spend time. I don't see no kind of addiction cards for her, no promiscuous cards, nothing like that. I don't see the trafficking card. Alright, let me just do 10 more. I gotta get off because I'm taking this so long. I'm taking it long. University more about it. Oops. So I'll say she's too nice. It's right here in my hand. I'll say it's too nice. Sometimes we be too nice. You gotta understand that we too nice. Being too nice can ruin you. And ain't no joke, it can ruin you. It can ruin you being too nice. You can be nice, but too nice, it can ruin you. Okay, so let's just flow. It's unusual. She is dealing with a spectrum. Okay, it says bread is required. It's going to be just as well served. And bread is required for the family. It's going to be just as well served. And bread is going to be required because the family got to do the lawsuit, sew the pants off her. This man, if he got any money that's in his pants, the sheriff department where he came from, the county or whatever it is, everybody involved. Okay? Some kind of way she is looking for her keys to serve her. Or he was. She need not let this man leave her heart burst, get her all upset and everything. So we have white right here. So he is a white person. If you like white, ask some questions. So some kind of way she was asked some questions by this man. You gotta work the card. I gotta work the cards. I don't know if she had a traffic ticket or what's going on. Bread was required. Unusual spectrum. Next one is going in her car, getting out of her car, anything as far as her car, right? To serve her money and keys. And here it is. Here it is. If she liked white, right? Ask some questions. So that means as a white person in this situation here, because it's going to be some justice or well served. Bread is required. Maybe a ticket or whatever this is. I don't know. Or this just simply mean that he is a person that's a white person. Bread is required to simply mean that the family is going to have to sue and get the bread. Get what I'm saying? That's required and that's necessary for Miss Massey being murdered. Don't let him or her burst your heart, get you upset, get you mad. So we got number 16, number 6, number 1, or number 61. So she is doing some analyzing, or he was. Okay, she's all in her feelings, or he was. Maybe at a car though. Looking for money and keys. He is going to go get it for himself, or she is going to go get it. So he is going to go after her, or she is going to go somewhere to get something, whatever it is. So we have, she's dealing with a Pied Piper. That's a dangerous love. They had a lot going on. So there's a cop right here. The only person I know of is the cop, because the cop is the one that's the culprit here. He had a lot going on. Dangerous love. People care about cops. Right? So he's a dangerous love. Okay, so he had a lot going on. So we got a twin. So she got boys and girls. Kids maybe. He might have children, or he might have some kind of twins in his family, or he might want them to be a couple because he wanted to love her in secret. She's not a slut, like she said. I'm not a slut. Do she even want help, God says? Because the problem is she is too nice. So God said, don't let this person leave your heart burst. So this might not be the first time she saw him in the house. It might look like that to us, but it might not be like that. Because he might have met her outside of the house, saw her outside of the house, any kind of way outside of the house, more than one time, whatever. Because it says she saw him plenty of times, or he saw her, however it's flowing, outside of the house. So he would kill her because he don't want nobody to know about it. Or when he came to the house, he saw it was her and he had to do something about it. And you want her to say something maybe. So if he didn't know that was her house already, because it said give him the benefit of the doubt yesterday, or he want people to give him the benefit of the doubt. If he didn't know that she lived there, then how about that? When he got to her house then, that night he saw it was Miss Massey, a lady that he flirted with before, or even went out to dinner with, or whatever this is with the storyline. And he saw it was her, and he didn't know what she was going to say, and he didn't want to jeopardize her saying something in front of his partner. So it could have went like that. Let's see, let me get a couple, I keep saying let me get a couple more, I need to quit it. Yeah, I'm just going to stop. So we have can I have a word with you, Miss Blank? So he said he wanted to have a word with her, but he had antics and imbalances. So he don't like you, God says. Get out of this mess. Get out while you can, Miss Massey. I don't care about you because he was forceful and she was too dilute. So he is going to take action to go to a place where God wanted him to go. To go help Miss Massey, because really he might didn't know she lived there. But once he got there, he saw it was somebody he knew maybe. Anything like that. I'm just trying to see how this set going. He wanted her to taper it. Or he wanted to, it was a lack of love that he showed for Miss Massey. Some type of information that showed there was a lack of love that he had. But he wasn't going to have love anyway, but just cared for it as a person. He didn't have any kind of compassion, and it showed. So she was nervous around a pyramid. So she was nervous around him and his other police friends. She was tatted, and she needed a miracle. God says, because she's going to be a place set and testify against him. Because actually, the loss of kids. Speak for her father. If I'm just saying, I don't want to go that way. I'm gonna ask God something in my mind and see if God bring the card out that I got in my mind, I'll say it. Okay, Lord, did that happen to her? I need to know for sure. I need to know what did that happen to her. I don't know, did it? Did it happen? Okay, we got one. We need 5 more. Put it right here. Okay, that's it. Anyways. Okay, let's just look from Miss Massey. He gonna insist that he an innocent bystander, but we all know that's a lie. She is in a beautiful state. A foreigner, or dealing with a foreigner. Okay, so we have right here that somebody was gonna get some money out to buy something special to celebrate. So she had one more chance, or she would be in trouble with somebody, or somebody with her. So we have right here what number 1 look like. So we need another card. Let's take this. It was a meeting place, and she wore certain kind of clothes, or somebody asked her what kind of clothes you wearing. Or somebody had on certain kind of clothes. Let's go. Okay, so help was a minute away from her. Doing something called miserable. Because somebody was trying to hold on to her for money, use her for money, anything as far as hold a job, a man, or whoever it is, somebody was using her for money. Or yeah. So her kids, because we have 2 children cards, her children loving for a card. So the children are being loved for cards right now because they not in foster care, they with family members, but they being loved for cards because their mother was murdered. Okay, so we have right here that is my mother, my real mother? No. So we got this man she connected to, or this policeman, or whoever this is. She thought things were starting to change some kind of way. Well, he did. So she wasn't going to allow the neglect of herself. She thought things were starting to change. I wonder if she met on the internet, because sometimes people go on the internet and meet people that ain't nothing that's foreign. I'm trying to think. Oh, shoot. Okay, Lord. Here it is. Here's the card. Here's one of them anyway. This one of the cards, but the other one over there. Dang, God, you wanted me to pick this up. She was terrified because somebody raped her to gain force. Because I asked God, if that other card, God, is true, any kind of way, give me another card that say it. Because I got 3 cards that say this word. She was terrified because she was forced in a situation. Or I take rape as stolen from, but really what all she was really see was stolen from her. Only thing I can sit and say was stolen from her, I can go with say that her life. That's her life was stolen. She was terrified. because her life was stolen, or her life was getting ready to be stolen. Anything like that, I can say it was not the real rape, because she wasn't going to allow the neglect of herself. She thought things were starting to look good now. So we have right here for this man, him and his parent problem, because so we can make this her children. They being raised by their family members that's not their real mother. Or we got him and some problem with his mother. Okay, so we have right here that it was a meeting place. She had on certain kind of clothing. It was trouble one more time. I know it's going to be trouble. He celebrated. Beautiful state. He insists that he innocent. Okay, the loss of children. She's going to be placed settled and testify because she's tatted and she needed a marker. Because she was nervous with a pyramid of people, some information she got that showed a lack of love. Yeah. Somebody took action at a place, so she is somebody was forceful, she is too dilute. She's going to stand up against abuse and get out while she could, God says, because somebody had imbalances and antics going on. And I have a word with you, Miss Blank. The problem was she is too nice. God said that she didn't want help because somebody was trying to love her in secret. Some kind of way, like two kids. So we got twins, so I'm just trying to say, let's just flow a little bit. He's a dangerous love. People like the cops. But he had a lot going on. Pied Piper. So we have, he is in his feelings. She is in her feelings. Hyped up feelings. She is trying to analyze what he was. So we have, we got number 16. So we have, we love white. So he is a white person. So she had to ask some questions. She need not let this man burst her heart, get her upset, God says, right? So she's looking for her keys, her money, her keys to serve her or he was. Because justice is going to have to be served some kind of way. The bread was required, so I don't know if it was tickets or this justice to be served would be for the kids later on down the road. She was dealing with a spectrum and it wasn't ordinary, the usual. See no promiscuous anything like that, so that's why I'm just with this it's kind of throwing me a little bit with her storyline, but I think I'm just going to end it right now because it's just keep going on and going on. Universe, you know all about it. I said 2 things on the internet could help her, so maybe 2 things on the internet back then that could help her. Maybe she's looking for work, maybe she doesn't want a dating site. I just don't know what it is, or whatever it is. I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm trying to end it now. So this is for Miss Sonya Massey, 36-year-old young lady who was a mother, a daughter, a friend. She had plenty of people who loved her, and her life was taken away brutally. Like I said, in my readings, I don't see anything she did wrong. And it's just not just because she just was black. That's just not all to it. That's a lot, but that's just not all to it. I didn't see a lot of religion cards in the storyline, and a lot should have came out. They usually come out when people got a problem with religion. Most of the time, A lot of my religion cards come out, but a lot of them didn't come out. Only thing I saw two, and it's like I think her third storyline reading. So I don't think he had a bunch of problems with religion. He had a race problem though, but I don't think he had a lot of problems with religion. That wasn't the main focus for him. That wasn't the main focus for him. Religion. So he had a race problem for sure, but and a control problem. But it just seems like that she could tell on him. And that's something that he didn't want to happen. Because I'm really trying to find out if Miss Massey actually was raped or was she just stolen from. So if she was stolen from, that would be her life. But then, was she stolen from as far as some kind of property? Because God knows, besides race, some more about this man. Okay. I'm going to do 7 more. That's my favorite number. So I'm going to say 7 more. Universe, guide me. 7 more. Miss Massey, guide me. Show me where you at. Show me where you at, Miss Massey. I probably say I'm talking to Miss Massey. Yeah, I'm talking to Miss Massey. Miss Massey in the spirit, people. Miss Massey is in the spirit. We got this. Me and Miss Massey. She in the spirit. Right, Miss Massey? Right. Saying right. You can't hear her. I can hear. You probably say, how can you hear? I can hear her. Believe me. She said, yeah, right. Okay, we got you, Miss Massey. You know the grass level. I got you. Oops, I went over deep. Let's put that over there in case we need that extra. That's like an 8. Don't they say like the 8 ball? You know that black ball, the 8 ball? And with the number 8 on it, that black ball. Remember the black ball with pool? Don't it be white in the middle, but it's black, right? And he got a big 8, right? She was black, right? And he was white, right? Oh my goodness. Let's leave that over there for the 8 ball. So we got this one right here. He abused his power. This policeman, because I got to stick with him. Because that's the one who murdered her. He let everything out. All his feelings and hatred and everything on her. He is banking on her. We got 211, 112. It could have been 121 in the morning, 112, 211, 221. However it's flowing. Whatever those numbers stand for, right? So we have, she is dealing with a secret society hooked to, and that would be him. Because he hooked to a secret society, and that just stands for a group of people. So he was a cop. So that's considered a secret society in the storyline, a group. She wanted equal and fair. Well, he wanted it. She was going to challenge and spectate what he did. So we had, she's down to big boys. Here we go again. That's the cops. FBI, law enforcement, gang members, drug dealers, all them people. Follow me, teachers, bosses, whoever, your husband. She has an antidote. Next one is she is sustaining herself at a shelter. But really, she was home when this happened. So maybe when she was trying to get away from this man, even though she is in her own house, she is trying to get shelter. She's trying to hide or anything like that, because this really don't supposed to be her card, but it's going toward her, so I got to work it. Let's just see. Let me see something. Okay, he's letting off everything, being upset and mean, whatever time it was. He's banking on her. Okay, let's roll a little bit. I might can make it. She is dealing with somebody who was hooked to a secret society. She wanted equal and fair, or he wanted equal and fair from her. He spectated and challenged her, or she did. So she's dealing with the big boys, a cop. She has an antidote to him. So we have right here that he was sustaining shelter. He was in her home. It didn't belong to him, but she was sustaining shelter because she was trying to get away from him bending down or something like that. So no more using her. She felt like, you're not going to use me anymore. And he was jealous. Follow me? So we have right here that she is going to be sincere about that. No more using me. So we have right here that she is gathering up everything needed to get away from this person. Right? So that's what I'm getting right there. So he was using her. And she was saying, no, you ain't using me no more. And like the first time he met her was at the door. It's looking like he just met her at the door, like he don't know her, but he saw her before. He ain't just meet her at that door right there. And not going off for the storylines. It's looking like he just met her to us. But he ain't just meet her at that door. He saw her before. Whenever he saw her before. It looks like to us that, oh, she's just meeting him and how he talking, and they're like, you know, how people can talk like they don't even know you when they know they just was out yesterday with you, but they can't let everybody else know. Get my drift. So it could be something like that with this person here. Because there's no reason for this man to be letting off anything. He's banking on her. She's saying, no more using me. She wanted equal and fair. Equal and fair. He wanted equal and fair. They go with money. Challenging. Spectating and challenging. Dealing with the big boys here. Okay. I'm going to take 10 more and I'm going to quit. I'm really going to quit this time. She didn't want to settle for junk. She wanted a joyous occasion. She wasn't going to settle for junk, or he wanted a joyous occasion. That's two. Okay, let's see. Okay, here's another rape card. I got another one too. I got like 4 rape cards. So this is the 3rd rape card that came out. Rape took her here sexually. That don't necessarily mean he did it, but in her life some kind of way. Get what I'm saying? She might have got up and talked about it in some kind of support group. She might have got up, prayed after being raped, period, or whatever. I don't know, right? Whenever it might have been in her life. So that was 2, right? Okay, maybe she was going to open up about it and talk about it. What happened to her, that she was raped before in her life. Or some kind of way she is going to, she or he was going to open it up, something juicy. And remember the one I just put over there was some kind of bottle of something, because somebody was celebrating, so it's like a bottle. It says champagne, but bottle or whatever. So this could go with that, or a letter, or anything like that, or open up the door, or whatever was going to be happening, because something got to be open. Open up the door, open up a letter, open up something to drink, or whatever this is. So that's 3, I think, right? So I got to make sure I don't mess up. 3, 4. Okay. Okay, he wanted to justify that she cared with him. Okay, 5. It is time to stop settling, God says, for her. She might have met this person on a website. I don't know. It's dragging me that way now. Or some job she had. We grow like plants, God says. And get all the things that we need. I'm hearing the song again. They're not like us. It just came out of nowhere. Okay, let's just roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, let's just roll. Okay, she been there before, where people are not treating her right, where she was settling, but God says it's harvest time. Can't be settling. So we have right here that she had to change her mindset and get a balanced kind of way of thinking, and a business way of thinking, and have that kind of love for herself and for a partner or in a partner. Let's just see. Let me make sure I go over again. 1, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, she wanted peace because something went too far. As far as fussing or whatever it might have been, or it just went too far because he murdered Miss Massey. That's 8. So we have, he was acting like he cared, but this man didn't care. He gonna pay for his actions though. Is that number 9? I'm not sure. Okay, because she wanted to meet new people. She wanted to meet new people, new personalities. So I don't know. I'm trying to see, did she meet him on the internet or something? I'm trying to figure this out a little bit. This ain't all just about no race. Because this man, everything's about him trying to give her money and stuff like that. All of them that I did so far. So it ain't just no race. The race seemed like it's probably jumping out a lot because he let off everything at the end. Because he mad and all right, but all the time, you know, this man had other stuff going on. Boy, she could tell on him. So the universe, you know all about it. He's going to jail. I think it said he's going to jail. And that's what we want to know, that he's going to jail because it was unjust what he did to Miss Massey. She didn't deserve what he did. He didn't like the idea that she don't want to be bothered anymore, or whatever this is. If it was like she met him online, if it's nothing like that, dating online and met him, or met him in a club or in a bar or whatever this is, or on a road or whatever, if it's nothing like that, some kind of way she met this person and it just wasn't in front of at her door. She met this person before somewhere, traffic stop or wherever she met this person at or whatever, because some kind of way she was raped in her life. When, I don't know though. When, I have no idea. Could have been when she was younger. Could have been 7 years ago. Could have been when she was younger. I just don't know with that. But it came out 3 times, so that's definitely where she was raped before. And she is a certain way sexually because of her being raped. Because when people do things to you, it can make you act all kind of ways. Because of hurt and pain. Get what I'm saying? From emotionally. But you got people like this man who want to take advantage of people when they a certain kind of way, because it says she is forced, and you heard me say the force card, so she is forced. Rape is force. Get what I'm saying? So let's just leave it to God to handle this man after this, and the family to sue, and sue everybody it is to sue. Everybody is to sue. Make sure he only have a dime in his pocket to even buy a pair of socks. To buy a shirt. He don't deserve it. He don't deserve it. He don't deserve to lay down on a bed with a nice pillow in jail. He deserved to be laying on the floor in jail, on a concrete or whatever they got, with no pillow, because he didn't care nothing about how she felt. He was cruel. He was brutal. I'm hearing the word unconscionable. I mean, it's coming out of nowhere, but he was cruel. He was brutal. He deserved no compassion whatsoever. I'm not a person for the death penalty, but how many years the judge give him? As long as it's over 10 years. Gotta be over 10 years. 10 years or more. It gotta be a nice amount. It can't be no 2 years and all this nonsense, because this wasn't manslaughter. This was what I call it first degree murder. I know premeditated is that, but it was premeditated. He masterminded standing right there. When he went in her house, he planned it all out to the T in his mind what he was going to do. Once she wasn't saying whatever or whatever it might have been. He knew what he was doing. Well, nothing crazy about that man. He was taking some kind of drug or whatever, but he knew just what he was doing. So I don't want to keep hearing people talk about it was just race. No, it wasn't just race. There was other stuff going on with that man. because he shouldn't have been in Miss Massey's house. Why is nobody saying why was he in her house? He shouldn't have even been in her house. The problem was outside, people. People don't even want to let the police in their house when they got a warrant to come in their house. So you telling me he coming in without a warrant? He just coming in? At least with a warrant, they had permission to come in. He didn't even have a warrant, and he just strutting in there, taking over her house, bossing her around her own house, killing her in her own house. What's all that about? That's not just no race. That's personal. That's the Bracelet 1 here on 209 here on YouTube.